All right, welcome everybody. This is Vishan Borich from Team Tough, and you're here for the Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central. So for those of you that are overseas or whatever, wherever you're located, welcome you, whether you're watching this as a recording or live. If you are watching this live, I encourage you to go ahead and log in down below. You'll see there's a chat window where you can log in, say hello, ask me questions, and I'll try to answer those as we go along. I've gotten better at checking those throughout my Hangouts so that I can get those answered. All right, today we are going to really be focusing hard on Facebook. Specifically, I will get my presentation going here in just a minute, but specifically we're going to talk about how you can have success with Facebook for an online business. Well, really any business, but specifically for those of you that are in the online industry, we're going to teach you some things today that'll get you up and going and using Facebook in the right way so that you can start attracting more business and growing your online presence using Facebook. All right, so let me see who's out there right now. See who we got live. All right, I see Richard's there. Hello, Richard. Hey, Kaya, you were there. It's so good to see you again. You both were on my call yesterday, so I haven't scared you off. We have for those of you that don't know, we have a private team call on Sunday nights that I host specifically for those people that are sponsored by me. And we go through some pretty deep stuff, a lot deeper than what I do on these down and dirty calls, so that they can get their businesses up to success. All right, so I'm going to flip my screen around and get us started today. Make sure you have pen and paper ready to go. What I'm going to be sharing with you today, you're going to want to take some notes on, especially if you're newer to Facebook. And even for those of you that are intermediate or advanced, I think you're going to get some value out of some of the golden nuggets I'll be sharing with you today. All right, let's get started. So this is a down and dirty primer for Facebook success. And I like to think that my down and dirty is specifically for you guys so that your Mondays will never be the same. If you're in the States, it is Monday today. If you're overseas, it might be Tuesday for all I know. But for us here in the States, Mondays tend to be a stressful day for a lot of people, especially if you're in the corporate world. And my goal is to provide value for you and your business and your life so that you can have success and make your Mondays even better. And personally, Monday is my favorite day of the week. Didn't used to be, but it's my favorite day of the week because I can really get a lot done on Mondays and I love what I do. So let's talk about Facebook. I'm sure you all have seen it. You probably have an account with Facebook, but let's give you some basics so that you are more educated on Facebook and what its benefits are to you. So let's start off with how many people are there. And this is coming from Sprout. This is a report that they put together back in 2015 at the end of the year. So I think it's still relative. It's probably bigger than this. But there are 1.44 billion active users on Facebook. It is the behemoth of social media sites. So you really, for those people who think your business is stagnant, and you can't seem to reach enough people in the market in order to sell things from your business, then you might want to be more active on Facebook. And being active in the right way, of course, because literally, 1.44 billion, you can find somebody that is going to be a good fit for your business out of 1.44 billion people. I promise you that, okay? Also, here's some interesting stuff to know. The average Facebook user spends 20 minutes per session. So they're not just hopping in and hopping out. They're in there for a good solid 20 minutes at a time looking at stuff on Facebook. And you're probably wondering, well, how many sessions does the average user have in a day? The average user is on Facebook 4 times per day, okay? And I think a lot of us that are in the internet industry, we're on there even more than that. So it's a giant time suck, or it can be if you're just out there using it for entertainment purposes. But if you know how to use Facebook the right way, think about how many people that you can capture and provide good content to, because they're out there and they are spending an enormous amount of time on Facebook. All right, let's get into the types of Facebook accounts. And this seems to trip up a lot of new people in the Facebook realm because there's a lot you can do on Facebook, and they may not realize that there are different types of accounts. So the most common and the necessity that you have to even be on Facebook is a profile page. In fact, I'm going to go to my Facebook account right now so you can get a better understanding of what that's about. So let me pull up Facebook. And I don't know what's going to pop up here, so I just want to forewarn you. I have no idea who's on there. So if strange things pop up on Facebook, please don't hold me accountable. I have a lot of friends that have really funny personalities, so you never know what you're going to see. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to go right to my personal profile. So if I click right here on my name, this takes you to my own personal profile. And when you first create a Facebook account, you have to create a profile page. That's your first step to having any other type of account. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Where I see a lot of small business owners really get tripped up is they create a profile that's their business name. And that is not what Facebook is meant to do as far as your profile. There is a special place for businesses, and you want to use that and not your profile. So if you're brand new, make your profile page, and we're going to talk a little bit more on how to make that really a good page a little bit later on. So once you've got that, let me go back to my presentation. The next thing you want to do is create a fan page. And a fan page is where you would create your business page. Fan pages are super important, especially if you're doing business within Facebook. You cannot run an advertisement unless you have a fan page. So for those of you that are thinking about doing, let me turn off my email here. For those of you that are thinking about running paid ads on Facebook, then you must create a fan page, because otherwise you cannot run paid ads. So let me show you what a fan page looks like. So if I go back, I'm going to click on Home in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, so I have a lot of things on the left rail, but when you first come in, if you scroll down, you'll see there's an area that says Pages. If you do not have a page and you're newer to Facebook, you're going to want to come in here and click on the one that says Create Page. I'm going to go ahead and do that just so you can see what it's like. Okay, so when you click Create Page, this is where you would be able to create your own business page. Now you can do it, this is the most common, and this is the one I recommend, a local business or place. There's different types of pages you can create. If you are a big company, then you may want to do a company, organization, or institution. If you are promoting a specific brand, like maybe, I don't know, maybe you own a specific brand of shoe, for example, you've created a new shoe, then you might want to create a brand page. If you're an artist, a band, or maybe a public figure, like a political figure or some kind of an advocate, you would create this as your page. And then, of course, we've got entertainment, cause, or community. So my recommendation to you is really twofold. Most people are going to be fine by creating a local business or place. If you are completely virtual, in other words, you don't have a local business, then I would recommend that you do this. You create an artist, band, or public figure. So I'll just click on that and show you what you can do. So you would come in here, and then the one that I did for myself was I created one called Entrepreneur. Okay, and then I put my own name here. So I have a profile page, and then I have a fan page that's my name. All right, I'm not going to actually create a new one here, but let me show you what that looks like. I'm just going to type it in up here. Okay, and so this is my business page, my fan page, and I changed the name recently to just say Vishon the Tough Mama. It used to say my last name here, And more people are kind of referencing me as the Tough Mama because that's how I've branded myself. This is my logo, Team Tough. If you're wondering how I created this background image, there's a really great little program called Canva, C-A-N-V-A. In fact, I'll even type it in here. I'm going to type it into the message board so you guys have that. Okay, and what that little program will do, it's a free program, web-based, where you can create an image background. And then after this is a photo that I took. I live on the lake in southern Missouri, and I really like this photo with the fall colors. And so I put that there, and then in Canva, I dropped in my logo on top of the picture, and then I saved this as a Facebook banner. So it just gives it a nice look and feel. What's nice about a fan page is that people can like your page without actually being your friend. So you can kind of segment your audience that way. What's not so nice about business fan pages is that you don't get a lot of organic traffic to your fan page. And what I mean is that when you post something here, most people will not see it. Okay, less than 1% of the Facebook world will actually see what you post here. So you're like, well, why even have the page? Well, you want to have the page so that you can advertise. And that's what Facebook wants you to do. They want you to come on here, and then like this is an example of something I posted today. And then they want you to come down here and actually boost the post. I did something kind of special to my account, so let me go to the business manager. I'm going to share. I'll tell you what I did. This is a little hidden trick. I wasn't intending to go over this today, but it's not going to make sense if I don't go here. If you have a fan page and you want to protect it from getting put into what's called Facebook jail because you did some things, maybe you posted too many times or you commented the same thing on too many people's posts, you might get thrown into Facebook jail on your business page. So a workaround is to take your business page and go to a web address called business.facebook.com and add your business page to that directory. What this will do, it registers your business page and it protects you from getting put into Facebook jail. I wouldn't say 100%, but I would say 90% you're going to be protected, which is a lot better than how you were before that. And then the other thing that it does, it allows you to manage your pages within this platform. So every time I go to Bashan the Tough Mama, I have to go now through business.facebook.com in order to add things. So that's kind of a hassle, but it's really helped my page to get more traffic. And it's also helped my page as far as advertising. It's made it a lot easier for me to get insights and other details. So I'm going to go ahead and post that in the chat window as well. For managing Facebook business pages and pages. Okay, so I just added that there. So what I wanted to show you, and this is why I had to go here, is when you're in a fan page, you'll see at the bottom something called Boost. And this allows you to run a Facebook ad. Okay, so right now I have recently changed credit cards because it expired. So right now it doesn't allow me to boost it. I got to update my credit card. But when you come in here and you click Boost, then you can select a specific target market that you want to have your ad show up to. And then that ad will only show up to those people. How powerful is that? I mean, imagine for a minute that you really like Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Workweek, and you want to target people that also like Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Workweek. So then you can do that with Facebook. You can actually go in, and not only can you target people who like that book, you can target people who are women or men within a certain age, certain income range. Maybe they live in a certain city or country. You can really hyper target who you want to see your ad, which is magical. I mean, think about it. Instead of wasting money showing your ad to people who could care less about what you do, you can target people who are just like you, who like the types of things that you like, who read the types of things that you read, who live in a type of area that you live in, and happen to make the perfect amount of income to be able to afford what you are selling. So this is the gorgeous part of being on Facebook, and this is one of the reasons that it's such a powerful platform. Okay, so that's kind of the difference between the Facebook fan page and the profile. So let me go back and let me see if you guys have any questions so far. I know you guys have been kind of quiet today. Okay, if you have questions, let me know. I'll kind of bounce back and forth and see how you're doing. So let me go back. So there's a third type of Facebook account, and that's a group. Now, a group is different than a fan page. A fan page, only you can post on that page. I do believe there's a way on the fan page where you can allow your fans to submit things, but you would have to approve them. So a fan page is not really for that. If you have a bunch of people that have a similar interest, like maybe you wanted to start a mom's group or a dad's group or something like that, then you could create a group and invite people to that group that are similar to you. And you can make your group public, you can make it private, which means that only people who have been personally invited by you will be able to see the page. If it's public, anybody across Facebook can find your group, and they can start commenting and adding content to your group. And then you can also make it not private, but closed. You can make a closed group, which means people can find you, but they can't necessarily post onto your page until you've approved them as a member. And that's what I recommend that you do. So let me go back to Facebook and show you what a group is, where you create one, and the benefits of having a group versus a fan page and a profile page. I mean, you really need all three. I'm just going to say that right now. It's really important for you to have all three, but you need to know the benefits and the downside of each one so that you can maximize how you use them for your business. So going back to Facebook, and let me get out of the business manager. I'm just going to go, well, here, I'll just go to my home. And if you ever get lost in Facebook, I just click on the home page because that's where all the navigation is. I know a lot of my new people that are coming in and just learning to really maximize Facebook, they get lost. They can't figure out where to find things. The easiest way to find it is click on your home up here. Make sure you're still logged in as yourself, because there is a method that you can come in here and change it so that you're logged in as your business. We're not going to go into that today, but if you ever have trouble posting on your page, it's probably because you're logged in as your business account instead of as your personal account. Okay, so now I'm going to come down here, and you'll see right underneath where we created that page, there's also a way for you to create a group. So I'll just go ahead and click on that and pretend like I'm creating a group. You click there, you give your group a name, and then you do have to add at least one member in order to create your group. So think about one of your friends that might be interested in being a part of your group. Make sure you send them a message so that they're not surprised that they got invited to some mystery group. And then you can add this to your favorites, which I do recommend that you do so that it's easier for you to find it. It'll show up at the top of your navigation on the left-hand side. And then you'll see here are the 3 different options for privacy of your group. I don't recommend making it public simply because there's a lot of people out there that'll post things on your page that you do not want on your page. Everything from marketing, whatever it is that they're selling, to porn. So I decided right off the bat, I did not want to make my page public. I have it as a closed group, and then I manually accept new people that have asked to be a part of my group. Okay, if you make it secret, like I said earlier, nobody's going to be able to find it. This might be if you have like a team, like as you grow your business, maybe you want to create a business team and you don't want other people to find it, then you could privately invite them to this secret group. Okay, so after that you would click create, and it's going to create your group. So let me show you my group, my main group that I have. Okay, I call my group the Team Tough Community. And some of you are probably already a member of this group. We are at 379 members and counting right now. So let me explain the benefit of being part of the group. Like you can see right here, I've got somebody who wants to join my group who has came in and entered their name. So let's see who it is. Oh, I know, Javier. So I'm going to go ahead and approve him. Okay, then I go back to the discussion. So now he's a member of my group. But let me talk about the benefits. Groups are pretty cool because when you post something here, or when anybody else posts something here, it sends an alert to everybody that is a member of that group. So like right now we have 380 members now. If I come in here and I go into notifications, it will say if somebody posted something in a group that you're a member of. So like if I come in here, I mean, these are some different things, but if I had posted something or somebody else that I'm a member of, it will show up here that they recently posted something, which is really powerful. So they're going to get a lot more visibility. Anything you post in a group gets a lot more visibility with other people that are members of your group. So this is one of my main reasons that I created this group, was I was not getting the type of engagement that I wanted in my fan page. And I wanted a place where I could get more interaction, get more people, getting them information that I don't necessarily share with the public. So I share that with people that are members of my group. So it's kind of a benefit. And then often I'll get people in my group who post things. Like here's one from Eric Johnson. He's post some good comments, but I've even had people post actual posts within the group that are of value. Most of them here are mine, but every now and then, like Charlene will post something, and I haven't seen anybody post in a little while, so I may need to ask some questions and get more engagement. But that's why I love groups, is that you get a lot more engaging people, and it allows you to really connect with people that you may not be friends with yet. They don't have to be your friend to become a member of your group. And so for me, my group is kind of sacred. It's a sacred spot where there are people that are not currently a part of my business. They're not currently, a friend or family. So they're like this new group of people that I can reach out to and warm them up and get them excited about what I'm doing online. All right, sound good? So that's kind of how the whole group thing works. So I'm going to go back now. Let me double check, see if there's questions as we're going along here. Okay, Richard says he's good right now. That's good. All right, let's go to the next slide. So now we're going to go into ways that you can use Facebook. All right, so obviously Facebook was made to connect with people. So what I challenge you to do is post things that would be of interest to the people you are trying to attract to your business. So if you are trying to attract somebody to an online business, post things that would be of value to that group. If they're moms or dads or somebody like that, post things that would be of value to them, that would make them be interested in what you're doing. Post great photos, post images and things like that. And when people comment or like something you post, try to reach out to them, especially if they comment. I try to go out and reply to other people's comments as much as possible. By doing that, it engages me with them, and it also it'll boost my post automatically. So I don't know if you know this, but when you comment on a post, or when other people comment on your post, Facebook tracks that, and they start showing that post to more people, because they say, oh, this is an engaging post. People are excited about it. They're commenting, they're liking, they're sharing it. And if people are doing that, Facebook wants to show it to more and more people. So your goal should be, if somebody comments, reply to them and just say, hey, thanks for the comment, or whatever. If they ask a question, answer that as well. Another thing to do is to use Facebook to drive traffic to your blog or a website. Here's something that I learned is Facebook doesn't really like it when you send people to a capture page for a business. So if you're just promoting a sales page or a capture page for your business, Facebook will push your post down no matter how much engagement you're getting. So one of the things that I found is that if I share some kind of content that's of value, such as maybe the first paragraph of a blog that I wrote, or maybe something interesting that I learned, and then a website link that goes right to that tool on my website. By doing that, I'm finding that Facebook, they like that better because I'm creating valuable content versus just sending them off to another web page. All right, I hope that makes sense. But this is just something that's going to help you in your engagement and in getting your posts more to the top of people's newsfeed when they're on Facebook. It's also a great place to build an audience. If you want to have success on Facebook, this goes back to some of my other training on you need to understand who your niche audience is. Who do you want to work with? And don't say everybody. If you say everybody, then I'm going to send you back to go do your homework. Okay, everybody is not your audience. Your audience is people that are like you, that like the things that you like, and you should try to target more of those people. So create a group or a fan page that really speaks to them in the way that they like to be spoke to. Use, like, if, for instance, I'll give you an example. A friend of mine is a young guy. He's in the same industry that I'm in, and he targets young men, who are in their 20s or so. And so the types of stuff that he posts on his group page is really targeted to young guys. And a lot of them, they have a lot of tattoos. They like to travel. They aren't connected. They don't have a girlfriend right now. Or if they do, she's traveling with them. And so a lot of the stuff that they're posting does not apply to me at all. In fact, and I'm just going to come out and say it, it turned me off. I didn't even want to be on the page. I felt uncomfortable. I felt like it wasn't meant for me. So I looked at their page because I had gotten an alert to go check something out, and I couldn't find anything on the page that related to me. Okay, I'm not in my 20s. I'm in my 40s. And I'm not, I have a family. I've got a husband and 2 kids. And so the type of things that attract me to a page are going to be completely different than what attracts these young guys to them. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? And that's good. And it makes me happy to see that they're segmenting and targeting their list to their people. Just like my page, I'm trying to target and attract people that are like me. That are a little more experienced, that are older, that have families, that perhaps have had a corporate career in their past, or a mom, for example. So that's the type of stuff that I post. So when you're building your audience, you want to share stuff that makes sense for your audience. All right, so here's another way to use Facebook. Get good at video. Video is really, really a great way to build an audience, and Facebook makes it easy. I will admit, I'll raise my hand. You can't see me right now, but I'm raising my hand. I have not done the live Facebook Live. I haven't done that yet. A lot of my business colleagues have done that, and they've had a lot of success with engagement. It just hasn't been something that I've dived into yet, but I plan to. Live video is super important. It's becoming a way to attract an audience, and it's also super easy to do within Facebook. If you don't know how to do it, I'm sure you can do a YouTube. Go out there on YouTube, do a search for how to do Facebook Live, or you can go to Facebook and probably do a search, and it'll tell you how to do it. Okay. The other thing that you should do is be posting more video onto Facebook. There has been a lot of analytics on Facebook saying how much more engagement people get with video than photos. And here's something really important. When you post those videos, don't just post a link to your video that you uploaded on YouTube. Actually post the video into Facebook directly. So upload it right into Facebook. I don't know if you've seen this, but on Facebook, when you post it right into Facebook, the video will play when people are on the news feed. It doesn't do the sound part, so there's no audio, but it'll play so it attracts somebody's attention. And then when you click on it, the sound comes on and then you can watch the full video. It doesn't do that if you upload a link to a YouTube video. It's just like a thumbnail snapshot of the video from YouTube, but it doesn't automatically play. So just something to think about. So when I post video, I tend to do it in both places. I upload it to Facebook and then I upload it to YouTube separately. Okay, private messaging. This is huge. We call it the Facebook hustle. But what this is, as people like your page or they comment on different things, don't be afraid to reach out to them. And it's as simple as clicking on them and then messaging them. So I'm going to go back to Facebook really quick and just show you something. So if I go to my Facebook page, and let's see if we have anybody that's said anything. Okay, so like here's two people. I just posted this right before this hangout. So there's two people here that liked this post that I did about thank God it's Monday. So if I click on the people that liked my page, check this out. So it's going to show me the two people that have liked it so far on what I posted. And then if I hover over their name, look at this. I can go right down here and click on message and send Brenda a message. Okay, same thing with Amadou. I can hover over him and I can send him a message right here. Okay, so that's what we're talking about with Facebook messaging. And messages go directly to that person. They don't go to their whole entire audience. I have seen this happen before where, and I'll just go to like Brenda's page because I know her really well actually. So if I go to Brenda's page, and she doesn't do this, but there's a way where you can post on other people's pages. And she may have turned it off, but you can post on their wall. So like if I click something, I think she may have turned it off. Yeah, I think she did. Other people don't turn it off. Let me see if I can find somebody who hasn't turned it off. Just a second, find somebody else. Okay, I bet you Samantha hasn't. Sorry, I know some of these people, so I'm going to click on Samantha. Yeah, okay, check this out. So Samantha, if you're watching Samantha, you may want to fix this. So right now, I could come onto her page, and I'm on her page right now, and I could type something here, or post a video or a photo. And if I posted a message here to Samantha, everybody that comes to her wall is going to see that, depending on how she's got her privacy set up. So that's just not a very professional way to connect with people. So don't do that. Okay, do not do that. Unless you've got something that you think she would appreciate and her friends would appreciate. Like an example of that would be like a birthday message. If it's somebody's birthday, then I will post on their wall. Sometimes I'll even post a little card to their wall. That's fine. But otherwise, don't just post whatever you want and think that it's just going to Samantha. It's going to everybody. If you're curious, how do you fix that? Like if you're checking your page out right now, you can go up here under your privacy settings. So I just clicked on this arrow in the upper right-hand corner. Click on settings. And then you can come in here and you can go into privacy and change some things. So I don't remember exactly where it is, but you can flip around through here and look for your news feed or your wall and change the settings there so that nobody can post your wall without your permission. I highly recommend doing that because I've had some people who have had some pretty negative things posted on their wall. Of course, you can delete it, but by the time you realize it, the damage may already be done. Okay. All right. So let me go back. Private messaging. So private messages are a great way to engage with people. All right. So let's go into the next thing. I'm going to give you a golden nugget. I've got 2 golden nuggets I'm going to give to you today. This is your first one. Are you ready? Okay. When you're talking with people on Facebook or when you're posting things on Facebook, I want you to focus on, I want to help people instead of I want to make money. So, or I want to sell something. Okay, you don't want to focus on I want to make money or I want to sell something. You want to focus on helping people. So everything that you post, have that thought in mind. And you'll find that you attract more people to you, more people to your business, and you start growing some really great relationships. Okay, I'm sure you've seen people on Facebook who everything they post seems like they're trying to sell you the latest thing. And I know that you're annoyed by it because I'm annoyed by it. So when you see stuff like that, don't be that person. Okay, be the person that's out there helping. You're providing great content, great tools, great tips, inspiration, positivity. You know, if it's something negative that you've got going on in your life, don't post it on Facebook. If you're angry at your neighbor, if you're angry at somebody, your family, don't share your dirty laundry on Facebook. That is not the place to do that. Okay. If you do have something that that you've gone through that was negative, if you feel like it'll help somebody later, after you've solved it, after you've gone through it, and you're in a better place, then you can share it. You know, you can use it as an example of, I went through this, I made it out, wanted to, let you know that this is how I solved this problem that was in my life. That's inspirational, okay? But when you're in the middle of it, when you're in the middle of something negative in your life, and we all have those moments, nobody wants to hear it. I'm sure you've got people on Facebook that post that stuff, and it just brings your energy down. I know it does mine. And I'm going to just share something I do because I like my Facebook page to be super positive. Like when I come to my news feed, I want it to be positive. I mean, look here, Regina, I just love her. Eep, she's excited. Okay, Kim, she's asking a funny question. Would you marry someone you know for less than a year? No. I mean, there's just cool stuff. Like, this is my husband. Here are all sides, and you'll be enlightened. Here one side, and you will be in the dark. So, I mean, he posts some great stuff too. Obviously, I wouldn't be married to him if I didn't think he did. But so let's say that it's somebody that you don't want to see, and I'm not going to really do this because I'm married to this man. But if you come over here and you click on this little arrow, you can hide posts. Like I could hide posts from my husband, and they wouldn't show up in my news feed. So for people that I still want to be friends with, but tend to post a lot of negative garbage, I do this to them all the time. Okay. Now, if it's somebody that I really don't know that well and I see them posting negative garbage, I remove them from my friend. I don't need friends that badly in my Facebook that are posting a bunch of negative garbage. It just makes me sad. Okay. And it's not, I'm not a mean person. It's just, that's not the place to do it. If they need help, let's reach out and I'll be happy to help them, but don't just blast it to the world because all it does is bring other people down. Okay, so that's a really sneaky way that you can eliminate negativity on your page, is just click on something that's negative and then hide those posts, and then you won't see that kind of stuff anymore. Make sense? Cool. All right, so I'm going to go back here. So remember this golden nugget, and this might be a good segue to go. Let me go back one more because I want to teach you something else that I think is of value. So I know a lot of you are in the same business that I'm in. I know Kaya is and Richard is. Friend requests. Let's talk about friend requests. So I tend to get a lot of people that request friendship from me because I'm all over the internet now. I've been doing this for over 3 years. And so I get people that I don't know personally that ask for my friendship. And I just want to share my own personal philosophy on confirming people as friends or not. And then some other cool things that you can do to segment or split up your audience. Okay, so when I go down here, when people ask for my friendship, if I don't know them, I have a few pieces of criteria that I use. Number one, is it a real picture? Like, does it look like a real person, or is it like a cartoon? Is it a flower? If it's not a real person, I will delete the request right away. Okay, so if you're watching this and you want me to accept your friendship, make sure your profile picture is of you, a real person, and not somebody else, or a cartoon character or something, because I won't accept it. The other thing, they have to be smiling. And this is my own personal preference. I'm sorry, San Juan, but you're not smiling and you don't look like you're in a very good mood. I want happy people that are my friends. Okay, if they don't look like they're happy in their picture, that's just not the type of energy that I want. Now that's my own personal preference. So I'm sorry, San Juan, but I'm deleting you. So I mean, these are some things that I do. So I'll go through here and I'll look at them, and I get a lot of people from different countries, and it's not a big problem. I mean, I've got some great friends from all over the world, and I love that. That's one of the benefits of doing what I do. I make some incredible friends from different countries all over the world. But sometimes, we get people in here that, number one, you don't know. Number two, they don't have any mutual friends. Like this guy, we've got 38 mutual friends. So he may be in the same business that I'm in. So he's not smiling though. So I'm a little concerned about that. So I probably would delete him. But because we have over 20 mutual friends, I might actually send him a message and say, hey, I saw you sent me a friend request. Can you tell me a little bit more about what inspired you to connect with me? And then when I get that, then from there, if he responds, then I might accept him or I might not, depending on what he says. Okay. And again, if you want to message somebody, just click on their name. Sometimes if you hover, it'll show it, but in this case, it's not. But you would just click on their name, and then you can come over here and message. And I can see right now, I don't want this guy on my page, just because it's all about money for him, and that's not what I'm all about. So I don't know. Maybe there's something else going on, but this doesn't impress me. Okay, so I'm just telling you, I'm being completely transparent here. I hope I'm not offending anybody, but I hope this helps somebody out there who's concerned about friends. So again, I go through like this one. You can't even tell who it is. So I know he's got 169 mutual friends, so I might send him a message, but you can't even really tell who it is. So just keep that in mind when you're posting your profile picture. I mean, this is Facebook. Like, here's another one. This guy doesn't even have a Facebook. This is Facebook for a reason. You should have a face. So this person doesn't even have a face. So I'm sorry, but goodbye, Nalin. So that's how I go through my friends list. And the other thing that you can do, and I don't know if you knew this or not, once you accept people as friends, you can put them in different groups in Facebook. So when I post something, like if I go to my main page, did you know you can create little groups over here? So like I have, you can see this, I'm going to scroll down. So like I have some different types of categories that I created, and you can create your own custom category right here. Just by click on public under like where you would put a post, create a custom category. So like I've got, close friends and family, and I only have certain people that I have assigned to those groups. And then when I post, I choose whether or not I want what I posted to go to everybody or just certain groups. Okay, so in your friends, like if you go, let me come over back to my home. I'm just going to show you this because this really helped me a lot, because a lot of people come to me and they say, oh, I need to create a different profile page in Facebook because I don't want my friends and family and coworkers to see what I'm doing online. You don't need to create another Facebook profile. You can segment those people out of your list on Facebook, and then when you post, make sure that you're posting to the appropriate group. So let me come down here to my friends. If I click, I think it's more. It's been a while since I've created a new group. Okay, so here it is. So you can click on here, you can create a list, and all I did was click on friends on the left-hand side. You can create a list, and then you can add people to that list. Okay, so you would just click here and start typing their name, and then you're going to add them to that list, and it'll show up when you post. Okay, so you can see some of my different categories that I've got. And when I post, I make sure, let me go back so you saw that. I rarely post to public unless it's something specific that I feel I can share with the public. So most of the time I'll post to just certain friends or certain family members. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that, but this is where you'll need to be more careful about when you start posting that you're tagging the appropriate group before you hit the post button. Make sense? All right, I hope that helps somebody out there. Let me see how you're doing. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's really good, Kaya. Facebook tends to not show private messages from non-friends. That's right. Cool. So you have used Facebook Live, Richard? That's really good. Yeah, I think you have to have a really clean connection in order for it to work. So that's probably, I'm going to use that as my excuse. No, I'm just kidding. I just haven't done it. I've been really had head down because I've been focusing on a lot of different things and growing my business. And so I haven't done Facebook Live yet, but I plan to. Cool. Oh, hey, Terry, good to see you there. Yeah, the group thing is really a huge help to get more engagement on your post. I will tell you one more tip before I continue with the slide presentation. If I post something to my business page that I think would be of value to my group or to my profile, my personal profile page, I will share it from my fan page. I don't know if you saw the one that I just posted, this TGIM, thank God it's Monday. That was a share from my business page, my business fan page. So this is a way for me to get more engagement on that particular post. And it's also kind of a sneaky way for me to try to get more people to like my Facebook fan page. All right. So I just wanted to share that. That's one of the things that I do a lot of. All right, let me go back here. All right, let's move on. So we're going to talk about how you can maximize Facebook. I think I spelled that right, maximizing Facebook. So here's just some tips for those of you that are in business and you have a link that you're sharing with people to get them into your business. You need to make sure you create an easy domain that you can use to drop into Facebook. Some of you, I'm not going to mention any names, are trying to use your default business name or business link in your Facebook ads or on your Facebook page or even in Messenger. And what's happening is Facebook will not allow you to use those default domains. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with the company you're promoting. Okay, don't get all freaked out if you try to use that and it doesn't work. What it means is that too many people have used that same URL and therefore Facebook has flagged it, which is pretty common. Facebook doesn't want everybody posting the same thing over and over again. Okay, so what you do and the way around that is you need to go out and buy a domain from like GoDaddy or fiveminds.net. And fiveminds.net is what I use. And it's, in fact, I'll even post that. Go back. I got to remember to post these links for you guys. So this is for domain name purchases, fiveminds.net. Okay, that's what I use. And if you want to use it, great. If you don't, GoDaddy works just as well. I just like to share what I use so that you all know what I'm doing. So let me come back here. So use your own domain. So I'll give you an example. One of the domains that I use, just go back to my web address. So if I come up here, and I do run a lot of YouTube campaigns. So I created what's called a subdomain. I'm sure you guys have seen this. You just didn't know what it was called. Instead of a www.teamtough.com, which is my brand is Team Tough, you can create a subdomain which replaces that www with whatever word you want it to be. So like for all of my YouTube traffic, I send them to this link and check out where it goes. So this is just one of the businesses that I'm a member of and a part of. So it goes right here to the default Aspire page. Okay, I also have one for like Empower and some other businesses that I'm in. Okay, so this is a way that you can share what you're doing and with your default link without getting blocked on Facebook. Okay, so make sure you do that. If you don't know how to do it, you can Google how to forward a domain, or how to forward and mask a domain or subdomain. Okay, and I even did a Hangout, a Google Hangout. It's been a while on how to do that. So you could probably search in my Vishon Borich YouTube channel, and you can find it there too. Okay, all right. Send voice messages to your prospects. Okay, this is awesome. I just started doing this not too long ago, and I have had so much more success by doing this than what I did in the past, which was just typing. So I'm going to show you this. This is really, really cool. Actually, I had a friend of mine just sent me one. Okay, so check this out. This is my friend Valerie, and check it out. You can send, I'm not going to play these, but you can send a voice message. So to do this, I believe you have to do it from your phone. I don't know if somebody knows that you can do this from here. I can do a video call right from my computer. I could click here, do a video call. I can also do a voice call. I don't know if I can do from here. Yeah, I know you can do it from your phone. I've done it from my phone. That's how I do almost all of my Facebook chatting, is I do it right from my phone. So there is a button when you're on the phone, and it's down here in the little icons. I don't know if you can see that. Make it bigger. So down here in the little icons when you're on your phone, there's a button that looks like a little microphone. And when you click on that, you're going to hold it down on the screen on your phone, and then you talk, and it'll be red while it's recording. And when you're done, you release your finger, and it'll automatically send that voice message to your prospect. So it's really, really cool, and it makes it so much more personable when you do it that way instead of just typing, because now they've heard your voice. If it's somebody you don't know very well and you do that to them, you're going to have such a better connection, because now they've heard your voice. And if you really want to take it a step further, you could do a video call with that person. Ask their permission first. Just say, hey, I'd like to do a video call. I'm going to click the video, just accept, and you'll be able to see me. And then you guys can be chatting that way, and it just adds that level of trust to your communications. Okay, use more video. I know we've talked a lot about video, but if you look at the analytics for Facebook, video gets a lot more engagement, and you're going to have more people that know, like, and trust you when you use video. And I wanted to give you a really cool hint. This web address, oops, I already clicked, but facebook.com/live. Let me go out here. Facebook.com/live. I don't know if you guys have been here. This is pretty neat. If you go to this website, it shows you all of the actual live videos that are going on right now. And you can go to any country in the world that allows Facebook, because not all countries do. Like, let's see, in the US, check this out. And you can click on one of these and go right to a live video. Isn't that cool? I don't even know who that was. But yeah, so that's a really neat way. So when you are looking for live video, and think about this, if you do a live video, it'll be available there too, which helps to drive more traffic to you and your business. Here's another trick that I've learned in order to maximize Facebook. Everybody says they don't have enough time. They're using Instagram, or they're using some other social media site. You can repost your post from Instagram to Facebook. So check it out in Facebook, or I'm sorry, in Instagram. If you have an Instagram account, right before you push send to Instagram, there's an area where you can connect your Facebook account. And I highly recommend doing that for your main Instagram account, because then it'll post those photos and things right to your Facebook account. So you're killing two birds with one stone, as we say. You're saving time. You don't have to post in two places. It automatically does it for you. And it's a great way to get more engagement on your post. Okay? And then this is a really important one. Be there to build a business, not for entertainment. Okay, we already talked about that the average person is on there 4 times a day, minimum, and they are spending 20 minutes every session. Okay, if you're doing that, then think about all the time that you're wasting if you're not using it to build a business and you're just, using it to scroll around and look at your friend's stuff or post things. Okay, so start using it wisely and really watch your time there, and you're going to have much more success. And then this is a cool link. I've shared this with my community group, my Team Tough community, but I wanted to share it again because this has helped educate me on Facebook, and that's facebook.com/blueprint. And if you want to just write that down, facebook.com/blueprint, you can get free education from Facebook on how to utilize their advertising and how to maximize Facebook. Pretty neat. All right, so I have two to-do lists, one for beginners and one for intermediate/advanced. So this is what I recommend for you to get your Facebook maximized and to really start having success with Facebook. So if you're a beginner, this is for you, so take some notes. So number one, put a real photo in your profile. Take a nice selfie, or have a friend or family member take a picture of you that's up close so people can see your face, and smile in your picture. That's going to be more attractive than if you don't. Connect your email address to your Facebook account. If you go into your profile in Facebook, you can add an email address. You might want to consider creating a unique email address specifically for Facebook, but by doing that, it's going to help you with your Facebook clout. It's going to allow your post to be seen more often, and it's also going to allow others to connect with you, especially if you use a real email address that you already are connected with your friends. It's going to allow people that maybe you haven't talked to in a while to find you, okay? Which is good. If you're building a business, you want that. Add a phone number to your profile. What I recommend doing is adding Google Voice. Google Voice is a free service. If you have a Gmail account, which is through Google, you can look up Google Voice and you can create a free phone number. Okay, so try doing that, and you might be surprised at the number of people who want to reach out to you because you're a real person and you have a real phone number. And then I recommend adding 10 to 20 new friends per day if you're a beginner, because you want to start building the number of people that are watching what you're doing online. And be selective. I showed you some of my things that I do. You want to attract the right people to your business, and don't be afraid to not friend somebody who friends you because they may not be a good fit. Create a fan page for your business. I already showed you how to do that today. This is a great first step for beginners, and then start building that audience by letting your profile of your friends on your profile page, let them know that you have a fan page, and you can invite them to like that page. And then we already said this, but I want to reiterate, don't spend too much time on Facebook. Okay, limit your time. Put a little timer on your phone so that you get off of there after a certain amount of period of time. Okay, for those of you that are intermediates, and by the way, if you didn't get all these notes, this is recorded, so you can always go back and recopy what I just had up. Okay, so for intermediates, create a group. So go out there, create your first Facebook group, give it a name that's targeted to a specific audience, and strive to post there at least once a day so that you are attracting like-minded people to you. Start Facebook chatting. I call this the Facebook hustle. Aim to try to chat with 20 to 30 people per day. And chatting means simply say, hey, nice to see you. How's your day going? Just making that connection. Your goal is not to sell them anything. Your goal is to make connections. And as you do that, you're going to start getting more people that see your stuff, because when you chat with them, Facebook has some algorithms that makes it appear that that person must be really good friends with you. So therefore, they need to see more of your stuff. Okay, does that make sense? So by doing the chat, you are increasing the number of times that people see what you post. And across Facebook, post 3 times per day if you're an intermediate or advanced user. And this is kind of my own little strategy for this. I try to post inspiration, which would be like quotes, inspiring stories, things like that, videos that are inspiring. Value, I might share a tool or something really cool that I learned. Questions, if my Facebook posts are dead and I'm not getting a lot of engagement, I'll ask a question that is interesting. Like I asked one time, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it? And man, I got so much engagement from that. I couldn't believe it. I mean, people went nuts. And that helped with all of my other posts coming to the top of their news feed. Photos, post really beautiful photos. Yeah, it doesn't have to be your own either. If you see something really cool, you can post other people's pics too. And of course, video. I try to rotate between those 5 different things. Use Facebook Live, which I put here because it's a reminder more for me to start doing that. But this is something that I've seen a lot of my colleagues have great success with. So, go ahead and let's do it together. Let's promise that by the end of the week, we're going to have at least one Facebook Live video that we've posted out there. Okay, next one, upload videos directly into Facebook. We talked about this before, but just don't post a link to YouTube. Those don't do as well as if you posted it right into Facebook. And then finally, start running ads from your fan page. So if you've got 50 followers or more, I think that's what they've set the limit to on your fan page, you can start running ads. So choose something to run an ad with and test it. Maybe run it for $2 for the day and see if you can get more people to like your fan page. Okay, that's a really great first ad to run. All right, and now I promised you I'd give you 2 golden nuggets. I know we're running a little over my hour, and I apologize. I'll try to speed it up here, but golden nugget number 2. What's more important, tech skills or motivation? What do you think is more important? Motivation. Motivation is way more important than tech skills. In fact, I want to share with you, for some of you that are like, man, I'm never going to learn all this Facebook stuff, or this is overwhelming for me. I want you to know that there are people in this industry who have absolutely no technology skills, and they have made over $100,000 a year. Okay, so you're probably saying, well, how? And obviously, I can't guarantee those type of results in the industry. They're not typical, but neither am I. Share with you that you don't have to be good at everything. You just have to be motivated to be successful. And if you're motivated and you have a desire to succeed, you can find somebody that has the tech skills that can get it done for you. And sometimes you don't even have to pay them. Sometimes you can just trade. You can do something that you're good at already and offer to trade for their tech skills. So think outside of the box. If you're struggling on the technology side, there's always a solution, and it doesn't have to be you beating your head against the wall. Okay, look for solutions. Use Fiverr. That's one of my favorite sites. I use it all the time when I need something done and I don't have time to do it, or I don't have the knowledge in how to do it. Okay, all right, and that is it. So let me escape out of here, go back. All right, I hope you got some value out of today. I just want to say I really appreciate you sticking around. I know this was a little bit longer down and dirty than I normally do, and I'm just going to check really quick, see if there was any questions. Yeah, Kaya, there is a lot to learn. This is recorded, so shortly after I get done here, it'll be up, and you can always save the YouTube link so that if you want to go back and review this, if you're interested in using Facebook as a strategy for you, save the video and go back and step by step look at what I put out there. Oh, Terry, you're cracking me up. She said her head is already bruised. Yeah, don't hit stuff against the wall. You don't have to be a technology expert to be a success. In fact, I recommend outsourcing the stuff that you don't get and focus on the things that you do get until you can reach a point where you're ready to learn something new. Okay, all of you can do this. I know you can. Just take it one step at a time and realize that Rome wasn't built in a day, neither is your business, but you're going to have to focus on one thing that you really love in your business and make that work, whatever it is. Even if you have to get help from somebody, Focus on that one thing you really, really love and realize that you can achieve what you want to achieve in your business. All it takes is motivation and taking daily action. I'm serious. That's all it takes. So if you can do that, then I know you can have success at whatever it is that you want to have in your life. So with that said, I'm going to end. Hope you have a great rest of the day or evening, depending on where you are in the world. And we will see you next Monday for our Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central. Take care, everybody. Bye.